Hi, this is Jeff Pospisil, the 10-Minute Treasurer with practical advice for improving your church's financial future. So this is another video in the budgeting series that I'm doing, and it's on expecting the unexpected. Most programs, they're going to have infrequent or unexpected costs that come up within a church budget. And that can actually work against you. That can work against you actually making a good budget that's tight and realistic. And so there is a way to budget for the expected unexpected. So here's the problem is that our committees, if they've taken ownership of their programs, what they've decided to do is that they want to prepare in some way for those unexpected expenses. And to do that, what they do is they pad their budgets just a little bit. I mean, it's not malicious or anything like that, but they know that there's going to be a time when something comes up. And so how do they deal with that? And on any given year, here's what happens is you might have 5 different budgets that have padding in it, but only 1 or 2 of them will actually have needed it. So here's the thought. Can we trim away the padding and make an easy mechanism for dealing with those unexpected or infrequent expenses? So here's how you identify the padding is you look through the historical data and then you compare it to the budget. And in this case, just look at the bottom line. Don't get confused by looking at the details because the bottom line will show you the padding. And so when you look at this, you can see that, okay, we budget 12,500, but we never spend really over 11,000. So let's go ahead and cross that out and assume that the real amount should be 11,000 and that there's $1,500 in padding there. And then the next thing you need to do is just do that for all your program areas, is just look at them one by one and go ahead and identify if there's any padding or not. And so this is another fake budget. The first column of numbers is the padded numbers. And this is assuming that we've done the work and we've identified that based on our historical information, we're expecting to receive $100,000 in gifts, $100,000 in donations or income. And so then the second number is after we've looked at each individual budget, looked at the historical versus the budget, that we've identified a total of $5,000 worth of padding in those individual budgets. And so now we've removed that, but now we still have $100,000 of expected income and $95,000 in planned expenses or expected expenses. Let's go ahead and add a line in there for, let's go ahead and add a row in there for one-time requests. So this is our unexpected lines. So this would be one that any of our programs could go to for those smaller requests. And this is about 5% of our budget, and I don't think that's a bad amount. I mean, 5% I think is something to aim for, and that should cover most of your regular unexpected expenses. It's not going to cover when your boiler breaks down. That's a different issue talked about at a different time. But most of your regular unexpected expenses, this is what would cover it adequately. The last thing you need to do is make sure you communicate clearly what is the process for tapping into that line item, that one-time request. If I have an unexpected expense, so for the youth, you need to replace a projector, or music needs to replace instrument, or whatever it happens to be. How does a committee or a staff person get access to those funds? And so make sure you communicate that clearly. If you have an unexpected expense that's going to cause you to blow your budget, go to, maybe it's the finance committee or the board, or maybe it's to the senior pastor, whatever that is. Where do they go to for approval on that? And then that'll provide a lot of comfort, because that's what people really want, is they want to make sure that they can do the job. But if there's something that's out of their control, an unexpected expense that comes up, that they can still do their job even with that they're covered, that you're helping facilitate their ministry. All right, that brings us to the end. And again, this is a ministry of the Finance Office of the Dakotas Conference, as well as the Dakotas United Methodist Foundation. I encourage you to like, subscribe, share if you found this helpful. And again, you can find more of our stuff at dakotasumc.org or dakotasumf.org. All right, till next time.